Size mapping is a strategy that makes your Google Ad Manager codes responsive to the device or screen size where the ads are serving. It is completely optional. There are other strategies that would make your ad units responsive without making or doing size mapping or modifying your Google Ad Manager codes. We will discuss that in a separate lesson. First, let's prepare our text editor or code editor. I'm using Sublime Text. You can also use Atom, Notepad++, or any other code editor that you're comfortable with. Next, generate your Google Ad Manager tag. You can either do that on Google Ad Manager interface if you're generating for a single ad unit at a time, but if you're generating multiple ad units at once, because perhaps they're going to appear on the same web page, then you need to use DFP GPT Hotspot. In this example, I'm generating for 2 different ad units. So I now have here my header code and the corresponding body tags. I'll copy the header to my text editor or code editor. Now take note of the section where it says Google tag.cmd.push function. And this is where we will be pasting our size maps. Now, depending on how many size maps you'd like to have, you can copy as many instances of this piece of code in here. For example, I'd like to have 2 ad maps or size maps. I'll copy this and another instance in there. If you want 3 different size maps, then copy another one, again, depending on how many size maps you need. Now, our size map name here should be edited, and it's arbitrary. You can name it any name you want. For example, I'm going to name this as my size map pizza. And the second one, I'm going to name it size map tacos. Again, you can name it any way you want. You can give it a name like the specific placement or description of the placement, like top, sidebar, bottom, middle. It's up to you. Now, the sections here where it says ad size is where you specify the minimum width and the height. Now we have 3 different ad maps here, including the 0. Well, that makes it 4. But what it says here is that for this line, it says if the screen size is at least 992 pixels wide, then only serve these sizes in here. If the width of the screen is at least 768 pixels, but less than 992, these are the sizes that will be eligible to serve. If the width of the screen is 320 pixels, but less than 768, these are the sizes eligible to serve. For anything less than 320 pixels in width, these are the only sizes that are eligible to serve. We are basically setting up rules for the width, and it's 0 for the height because regardless of the height, we can make these sizes eligible. So our main concern here is the width of the screen. Then we will be calling the corresponding eligible ad sizes. Now I can edit the corresponding ad sizes here. For example, this is going to be for the middle of the page for my pizza, and the tacos will be the one for the sidebar. Then I can say if the size or width is 992 or up, then I can say I'll only serve 300 by 600, 300 by 250. I can say 336 by 280. And I can also include 1 by 1 if in case I have non-standard ads that will target that ad size. For 768, I can do the same. Let's say I only allow 300 by 250 and 336 by 280. And then for 320, I can do 320 by 50, and that's it. Okay, for the rest, I can only allow 320 by 50, 1 by 1, that's it. Again, it really depends on the sizes you'd like to run per size map. And again, you can copy as many instances of this depending on how many more size maps you'd like to establish or set up. The next thing we need to add to the code is going to be right before this ad service Google tag.pubads line. If you see my cursor in there, for each of the ad unit. I'm going to paste this line, define size mapping, and this right here inside the brackets is going to be the name of your size map. For this ad unit right here, which is a content mid 300 by 250, let's say I want it to follow this size map right here. So I'll grab this size map name and put it inside those brackets in there. Now I'm going to do the same for the other ad unit. And for example, this one right here, this domain ATF, for example, is going to be for a sidebar ad, and I want it to follow the size map tacos. Then I'm going to edit this right here and paste it. So what happens now is that for this ad unit right here, it's going to serve these sizes depending on the size of the width or screen width where it's being served based on these rules. And the second ad unit here will follow these rules right here. If you have more ad units, you can reuse the same size map as necessary. For example, I have 3 different ad units and I want them all to follow this rule here, or the size map pizza. Then I can go ahead and add this line for them, the same as how we did it here. Now, once all your codes are all set, go ahead and copy this, deploy in the header section of your site, source code, and of course, deploy the corresponding body tags. Remember that the div ID here is dynamic, meaning it changes every time you generate the tags. So it would help if you keep a copy of the original codes you generated, so it matches exactly the div IDs that you already have prepared in here. Now, when you create your line items, you can target all the relevant ad sizes you're running, and that header tag you have prepared will handle all the device targeting that you have set up in here. With size mapping, you already established the rules that these are the only eligible sizes that can serve if the screen width is this, this, and this. So on your line item, just go ahead, upload the creatives for every ad size you're running, and you're all set.